What's up, everybody? Sparrow with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on Space Engineers. When we left off in the last episode, we moved our two ships over here and parked them, and then went ahead and recreated our driller drone. So the next thing I want to try and do is figure out a way to connect our Sky Factory here with the base, and that might require making a landing pad or expanding the current one. Not really sure yet. But yeah, so there's a couple of suggestions. One was to actually park the Sky Factory over here-ish and kind of level them together, which it actually might work as it is, because what are we looking at, 4 blocks tall? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 4, 5, 6 would be up to this height. And from here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 would put us at the chain gun height. So if we were to add another, let's see if this is here, if we added one more block to the landing gear platform, our landing pad would line up with this right here. So we're probably going to do that temporarily, but that's still not connecting the ships, which we need to do. And this guy over here is just kind of parked, which that's not ideal. I do think what I might do is I might also want to build another copy of this drone, but do grinders, maybe, and see how that works. But for the moment, I'm going to run over here and try not to die, and grab our, grab another unknown signal. Alrighty, so I retrieved, one of the, whatchamacallit, the, yeah, explorer thingies, the beacons, whatever they're called. I don't even know what they're called anymore. Unknown signal sources. Yeah, there we go. So I did that, and I started building another driller drone, and like I said, we're just going to basically grind the drills back down and put a grinder set on them, and then I'll probably park it over here. But I ran out of parts at the moment, so we're actually going to see if we can switch over and try and dock our ship here onto the ground next to base. To do that, though, we're definitely going to have to move it, and then we're going to have to leave it hovering.
No fuel.
Oh, hush, you stupid. Alright. Now, just to make sure, what are these set to? I don't remember. I think this is recharge. Okay, yeah. So, batteries are on. They're not set to recharge. I don't know what's making that sound, because everything is off. Let's go gyroscopes. Turn these guys on. Might turn this... Oh, no, I have it auto-scripted. Okay, that's why. Okay, I think that's gonna work. Let's go ahead and try it. Alright, gotta be careful, because apparently we're overloading the power on the battery. So let's go ahead and turn our reactors on, just so we avoid that. Now, let's get her lined up-ish and away from the current ships, because I might end up running them over, which would not be good. Alright, so let's level it out, get it nice and level, move it over, yeah, right about there. It works, I think, give or take. And then we'll get out here. And I do still plan on putting wheels on it at some point, but for now, we're going to leave it. Now the other thing that I got to do... Oh! Actually, the other thing that I really need to do is refuel my hydrogen bottles. That wouldn't have been good. Okay, So now, if my math was right, as long as I put another block under these, I should be okay. Okay, so I got the landing gears fixed, but I can't help but notice that this is kind of drifting. One of us is drifting. A little bit. If you just look at the landing gear just a little bit, it's just kind of drifting to the left, which is odd. So I'm not really sure what that's about. Possibly that I'm not quite level or something. Yeah, it looks like we're tipping. What the heck? This isn't right. Kind of looks like we're going down, actually. Yeah, we're definitely not leveled now. I don't know what that was about. Weird. Oh, our hydrogen's starting to run out. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe we lost one of our hydrogen thrusters? Possibly? Maybe? Don't know. Alright, now, the one thing that I'm going to do also is turn off the auto lock. Because I don't really want it locking. This does not look tall enough to me. Oops. Okay, so that's touchdown. Now, if I could get a little bit of a better view. Knocking over trees. I don't know if I'm going to hit that turret or not. Yep, definitely going to hit the turret. Alright, so that's good enough. But this does not look high enough. Maybe it is. Alright, now... Off, off, off. And actually, I probably could turn the batteries off, but we'll leave it for now. Let's set them into recharge mode, actually. For the moment. Okay, so with that, let's also grab... because I need some construction components. We'll also grab some more of this stuff. And then we can throw it into our new base. Let's see where we ended up. Oop, a little bit of a stick. Pretty darn awesome. So, a very, very good suggestion to park the ship. It's not connected yet. So that's a little bit of an irritant at the moment. But it does work. So let's go ahead and put all of this in here, I think. And did I turn this off? I did. Alright, cool. So that should help. It's like we've said before, it can't do all of it. I think that might actually be its range. So, you know, there's that. So I'll have to finish it manually. The other thing I gotta figure out... Well, no, I'm gonna grind this down. Okay, that's right. I was gonna say I gotta figure out what to do with this guy, but I think the best course is to break it down. Simply because I don't really need another ship. The Sky Factory is pretty much all that I really need. At the moment, anyway. As far as, like, this doesn't have another purpose. It's just a supply ship. So, other than looting it, I think there's some crates that have a bunch of stuff on it, but other than that, I don't really think there's anything necessary for it. So, I'm going to focus for now on trying to do two things. One, I want to figure out a way to connect this guy to the base. And I'm kind of thinking the simplest solution may be to fly this drone over here, dock it over here, and then build a connector that connects over to that connection point. I did put a connector down here, but I don't think there's anything to connect to it at the moment. Unless I decided to break down this turret and just kind of extend off of this guy and plug it in. I could do that. I just don't know if I want to or not. So, good news and bad news. The good news is that we actually did get the grinder done. Bad news is that it doesn't use the same ports as the small ship driller, so I had to reconfigure it a little bit. So, as you can probably tell, it's a little bit wired slightly differently, and I've got the cargo containers flipped a little bit differently to where normally the bigger port faced up into the cockpit, which why it looks so grungy, I don't know. It's at 100%. It's got all these little grunge marks all over it. But so I had that flipped where it went into the bottom. It's not doing that anymore. It's going out to the sides so that the grinder ports will actually connect to a storage crate. And then I connected this through the front and connected on the side, and then went down to the connector beneath it because I realized the connector also uses a large port on the side. So this is both good and bad because it does mean that we can get direct access to the storage container from the grinders, so bigger things will pass directly into the cargo container. The bad part is if we're trying to offload it, we can only go through what fits through the smaller ports because the crate is not connected to the large port, so if we don't do it that way, we're going to have to modify it ever so slightly. Not a terribly bad thing, but it's something that this one over here kind of circumvented, in a manner of speaking, because the drills could only go through the small port anyway, so you know, I don't think it'll be a big issue, because the only things that I know of that can't pass through the small port is stuff like missiles and random crap like that. So I don't think it'll be a big issue, but it is something worth noting. So I've already got it modified to where the grinders are renamed. Now I don't think I have, yeah, there we go. I don't think I have this set up correctly in this regard. So let me go ahead and do this, and then we might take it for a test run. Okay, so I think I have everything configured correctly. So I think it's about time that we grab this. Let me also offload all this. I didn't realize I still had all this crap in my inventory. Get rid of all that. I'm going to keep that. We're going to throw this into the reactors. Why can't that connect to it? Oh, because everything's turned off. Alright, let's try that. Now, it should. This kind of bothers me because it should. There we go. It's like, don't tell me that. Alright, so let's do, I don't know, 9.3. No, that's not right. Point. Let's try 0.8. Oh, pretty close. Pretty close. Alright, we'll throw those in there. We'll leave that off. Now, while this is on, we're going to have to detach it. And make sure that this actually can hold itself up. Because this one I didn't actually test. Oh, I need to get that projector out of there. The driller I tested before, and I knew it would fly. I have not ever tested this one before. Alright. Looks like we're good. Now without 38 minutes. Not bad. Not bad. Alright, let's try it. Let's give it a go. Now I don't know how much power the grinders actually take. We do also have to account for the extra weight and what it'll do to the thrusters. So much easier than dismantling a ship all on your own, though. So much better. Still not, honestly, quite as fast as I was expecting it, though. I might need to make, like, an army of these things. I also don't know if there's any kind of script or anything. Oh, and I also read something the other day. Can I do... Nope. No, I guess it's with hand tools. I saw a tooltip on the game's loading screen that mentioned if you double tap the left mouse key, that it will auto Like it'll set it to auto grind or drill or whatever you're doing, which I thought was interesting and I didn't know it. But yeah, so this still could take a minute. Doesn't exactly seem like it's gonna go all that fast, even though we have a couple of grinders going. Now I don't know if we were to build it a little bit differently and make like a cluster, if we could, you know, get more done faster. I'm not really sure. But I also am interested if there's a script or anything that we could set up to where it just like go break down that grid kind of thing, and then I could kind of let it do its thing. That would be kind of cool too. Ooh, a little fast there. But yeah, so I probably won't do all this on camera, obviously, because this is kind of time consuming. Alright, so that actually went really well. I took a little chunk off... Ooh, where'd it go? Guess I'm here. I took a little chunk off of the supply ship there, and managed to get back over here and park my ship, which is pretty cool. Now, what I want to do... Drone, medium cargo... Okay, where did all the stuff go? Medium cargo 1. Okay, there we go. So let's go ahead and find our main cargo container here. And why can't I transport that? Is what I want to know. It's connected to 1, so that should be the... Unless that's something I can't transport through... through that small container. Ah, okay, so metal grids can't be transported and large steel tubes can't be transported through that so far. Also small steels? Really? Small? Okay. And steel... Okay, that's bad. I can't even transport steel through that. And there's no real other access point to it. So that design I don't think is going to work. I need something. I suppose what I could do is just flip this one. That's what I could do. I could just flip this and then put the connector back here. That, well, it still won't matter. It still won't matter because I can't transport through that, can I? Let's see. If I grab this... Nope, it won't let me put it in there. I bet the only things it'll go to is the grinders. And even that I'm not sure about because I don't see them anywhere. Whoop, whoop. Oh, there's medium cargo 1. Oh, it's the same it's the same container, you dummy. Yeah, I can go to the grinders. Okay, so that's bad. That's not good. That is not good at all. So I'm in a bit of a pickle, really, with this design setup because the only connection ports that are large on a medium container are the two there that are already being used to connect to the grinders. So this puts a bit of a problem in our midst. Huh. I mean, there's a couple different ways I can think of to do it, but it would require kind of completely redoing the ship design. I don't think I can keep going from where it already is designed, but what I'll probably end up doing is just simple, like, block stuff to hold things in place, maybe, and then moving stuff around. I'm not really sure how I want to tackle this. I might just shelve it for now. Let me know what you guys think. The only thing I can think of... The only thing I can think of is something like, I don't know, maybe putting a conveyor here and then putting, like, a connector off the side of one of these, maybe, would be the simplest way of doing things. But I'm still not really maximizing my connection because it's not going through here. Now, grant you, I did do the same thing over here, but again, the drills only have small ports, so anything they're producing is only going to go into the small port anyway, so all this worked. I did not realize that the grinders had to be a large port, which kind of messes up the entire setup with this. So let me know what you guys think about that in the comments on how you would advise going about fixing that. One thing that I do want to do is add I actually need to do some tinkering with the base itself. I need to add some medical room stuff and some batteries and maybe some solar panels as well. So I got a little bit of tinkering that needs to be done. I don't have any solar panels anywhere. Oh, there we go. Small cargo container. Where is that from? Okay, so this is connected, but I can't... It's not connected through my conveyor system? What? What is this madness you speak of? I connected everything through the conveyor. Uh-oh. Do I have my... It is dark in here without the batteries on. Oh, is that why? Will cargo conveyor systems not work if there's no power? That could be a thing. Yep, that's a thing. Okay. So that works. Where is... Oh, this must be my first container that I started throwing stuff in. Alright, so... I think the first step is going to be a med room, then maybe batteries, and then some solar panels is probably how I want to tackle this. Okay, so I ended up getting a medical room set up so that if we die, our spawn point doesn't always have to be on the ship, and the ship doesn't always have to be running. I didn't really have a good spot to put it in, however, so I ended up kind of putting it out here, since there was 2 vents, and we really didn't need 2 vents here. Unfortunately, I did have to remove the catwalk here, which makes this floor area a little bit funky. I'm not a big fan of that, but I couldn't really figure out how else to do it without tearing this whole thing apart, so that's what I got at the moment. But yeah, so our medical room is up and running. Now, as for batteries and stuff, I really don't know of a good place to put batteries, other than maybe if I remove those lights and stuck them down there. That might not be too bad of a spot. That would give us 4. Wait a minute. Oh, it's already got some. Hold up. How many batteries does this have? Oh. Alright, so that's all the drone batteries. Now there... Wait a minute, there should be... Oh, there's 2, 1 for each drone. Okay, so there's 7. Oh, okay. Well, scratch that. Don't need batteries anymore. So I guess it's solar panels is the word of the day, I guess, to try and figure out what else we need. Now, as for placing them, what do I need to place them? Steel plates. So, let's go ahead. Do I have any on me? I do not. Let's grab a few, just so we can start placing them around and get an idea for kind of how we want everything. So let's just grab a few plates and start scouting areas. Now, this is actually really nice to work with, because as opposed to the Sky Factory that had a lot of indents and things, this has quite a few sections of flat areas. There's these kind of spots which would prove more difficult, but like this kind of area, I can cover this in solar panels, essentially, if it will snap to them correctly. You know, you could do maybe either this way or this way. Put them out like that. Something like that. So that's a couple there. Can I fit one? No. I do find the dimensions of the solar panels slightly annoying, but whatever. What are you gonna do? If I flip it like this, I could put one here. It's still not really... I was kind of trying to center it, but it's still not really centered, so I guess I'll just do... I don't know. I don't really know how I'd want to put this. I guess right here would be the easiest. Let's see. And then if we did... Come on. Snap to it. Maybe like that. Could work. Maybe. And then spot like this, you could put a couple here. I'm thinking that would work. And I don't know. I don't really know how many we. I don't really know how many we need. We're just kind of placing them where they get the most exposure. Something like that. I guess I could maybe come off of this end and do one like that, I guess. And maybe one here. I'm trying to put a lot because the Sky Factory really made me realize how much of a power hog ships can be, where the solar panels really don't produce that much. So your power is really coming from batteries that are storing the energy rather than the solar panels that are generating it. Can I? Yes, perfect. So this is going to be a nice spot. Now, we are covering up some of the firing arcs for our turrets, but I don't really think that's a problem. I don't really think it'll be an issue. We could do one... Nope, wrong buttons. Helps if you hit the right keys. Kind of stagger them like that. Oh, that's not bad. Again, kind of blocks the view, but it kind of gives it a little awning at the same time also, so that's kind of cool. Probably going to leave it. Maybe one like that. And now, for the landing area, I don't really want it to mess with the landing area at all that much. So I'm going to try, maybe do one like this. Now this is going to be a problem because of the stupid way these things pin to the corners. Oh, it's going to let me. Okay, cool. I didn't think it would let me do that. Alright, that's not bad. It's not bad. I think we can maybe squeeze another one in here. Can I just get you to snap to... There we go. It's like I just need it to connect to the other solar panel there. Like so. And voila. Alright, so that's pretty good to go, I think. Kind of looks like the whole thing's a wireframe now. It's kind of funny looking. This one, I want to do something a little different and actually maximize the space by not putting them right on the edge, taking advantage of their 2-block size. I wonder if, will that be in the way? We'll leave it. We'll leave it. I'm not sure if that would be in the way or not. Something like that, I think, will work. This isn't really the prettiest way to decorate your base, but it probably might be among the more efficient ways, literally, in terms of power efficiency, to decorate it. I'm not getting... Okay, I can do it there. I was going to say, I knew I saw green somewhere. It's like, it'll go... that... and maybe the same thing on this side. Where did I have it? There, I think. Like so, and... Really? Now you're gonna be a pain? Ah, you stupid thing. Alright, we're putting one there, I guess. And I won't be able to really put anything out here too much until... What is this? It's just a random divot, I guess. But until we get rid of this guy, I don't think I can fully... Maybe? Ooh, it's going to let me. Okay. Perfect. Let's do one there. Now this one it might not let me do. Nope. Ship's in the way. But this one... Let's see, do I want to do it like that, or do I want to just come off of these? I might just want to come off of these. And do them like this. Come on. Come on. Come on. Stupid thing. Alright, that's probably good enough. And when we get rid of this, we could go this way with it. So yeah, not the prettiest ship prettiest way I've ever done solar panels, but we will have quite a few of them. If we can actually ever get enough resources to do all these, because this is a lot of solar panels. It's not too bad on the computer construction component, all that stuff, but 64 solar cells per one is a lot. It's going to be a lot. And actually, I probably could add a couple more to this guy now that we've changed up our landing pad down here. But anyways, I think that's going to wrap it up for us for this episode. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. In the meantime, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you all next time. Peace.